change your name to be your first and last name so that I can call on you properly. When you speak, if you could state your name and where you live, try to keep your comments to under 2 minutes if you could. And Donna is going to help us out with that in terms of timing. She's got a card to let you know when you're at 1 minute and then when you're at 2. Yep.
Just so the people online.
Oh, you want to talk into your mic, though? Thank you. It's okay.
For the people online, I'll put this in front of my face so they can look at my screen and see it. Just
Yeah,
to
sometimes
remind
it's
them.
not in focus.
But they can see the
Exactly.
yellow and they can see the red.
Okay,
Yes?
sure.
You can tell me how far I can put it. Maybe you can get it focused.
Yeah, just be conscious of that.
Yes,
But I think that's
understood
good.
that. Yeah,
If
okay.
there is anyone who would like to make a comment on a topic that is not on our agenda, now is the time. And we'll start with folks in person.
Steve Whitaker. I want to protest the 2-minute limit. It's arbitrary. It's not consistent with open meeting law when I have a lot of topics to cover. The dust, the street sweeper might not be here for a year. We've got a dysfunctional street sweeper that leaves as much behind as it picks up. So I think that the council members should be like the dunk tank at the carnival. You should be out walking on Main Street and eating dirt the way all the rest of us are. You know, it's the only thing that's going to drive home the point that we need either men with shovels and brooms or a vacuum cleaner. I proposed the vacuum cleaner several years ago after Steve Everett found it in Europe, in use in Europe, and it's electric. You can, pat yourself on the back and buy one that one person can pull around town and vacuum up the sidewalks and the inaccessible traffic calming places where the street sweeper can't go. I mentioned the fire escape being blocked by a Christmas tree since last Christmas. I mentioned it 2 weeks ago. It's still there. It's like, where is our enforcement? Where is our permit enforcement of Jacob's building falling into the river? His dumpster overflowing across from Bent Nails and going directly into the river. And those cardboard boxes sat down there since before cleanup day, green up day, and then floated away because nobody's going to climb down the riverbank. Right now, the dumpster is, way overfilled, and the lid is resting on the guardrail, so anything that rolls down from the overfill goes directly into the river, as does the human feces that y'all refuse to, deal with. Your toilets committee has not met in a year, and that's absolutely untenable. It exposes the disingenuousness of this council's priorities. The riverbanks behind Shaw's, the quantities of garbage and trash and tarps and everything that's just, floating away at every high water. And y'all pretend that everything on your agenda is environmentally sustainable and pretty. And you're just deluding yourselves. There's still public records requests. I made a request for administrative processing. I was denied records related to the water. I think there's a cover-up going on because there's no excuse for not giving me the records that I was assured I could have in a machine-readable Excel format. I did find out from the documentation that the software does export in Excel format. And you allow him to continue to break the law, and you don't hold him to account.
For the record, he was provided the record.
You're interrupting my 2 minutes time.
Yeah.
I was
Give him
not
10
provided the
seconds left.
records. I'll go into it if you want to make the time for it. I will be happy what I was provided and what I was not. A PDF, a fixed PDF of records is different than an Excel spreadsheet, which I can find anomalies and do calculations within. That's a big difference. And the software does export PDFs. And John and I met with the Secretary of State about that.
And so Steve, you're at 3 minutes. You're at 3 minutes now. So if you can
I'm
wrap
almost
up
done.
your comments, thank you.
We had a blowout of a pipe, or we didn't, but City Center had a blowout yesterday. And the lack of maintenance, the chronic lack of maintenance, dating for at least the entire tenure of Bill Frazier, has left, it took nearly an hour to get the valve turned off, while tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of gallons went down the drain and undermined a big sinkhole in the driveway. They're repairing it today and tomorrow.
Great. Thank you so much, Steve. All right, so we're going to move on.
I still have a couple
Nope,
more
nope.
items.
Thank you. You've already used up more than your 2 minutes.
I'm
So thank you
allowed
so
more than
much.
2 minutes
No,
under law.
No, you are not. Thank you so
You
much,
are
Steve.
not the
Steve,
autocrat.
I'm asking you to stop, and you need to go sit down now. Thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
finish
No,
my-
that is incorrect. This is your first warning, Steve. If I have to speak to you again, I'm going to ask
Well,
you to
yeah,
leave.
You can do that.
Steve,
So
are you?
Who paid for the flags?
Steve, I am asking you to sit down.
You gave me my warning. I'm going to finish my list.
No, you are done now. Thank
And
you
I
so
also
much.
think you ought to know how many
Steve,
strangers are coming up to me thanking
Steve,
me for holding
you
your
need
feet to the fire.
I'm asking you to leave. Twice now, you have talked over me. I gave you a warning.
You're
and
talking over me, ma'am.
No, you refused, so I'm asking you to leave now, Steve. Thank you very much.
And
and
I'm
if-
not leaving.
If you are not going to leave of your own volition, I'm going to ask that you be escorted out.
I'm entitled to be here under public records law, under open meeting law.
Mr. Wicker, would you please step up?
No,
Can I have a conversation?
no.
Okay, at this point in time, you don't need to go south.
You can cite me. Cite me trespassing in a public meeting? No. You can write your cite.
Step up.
No. Don't put your hands on me. Don't you dare put your hands on me. Okay, I'm an adult and I'm gonna hold my ground. Go write your citation and hand it to me. No.
You're under arrest.
Trespassing in City Hall?
You're under arrest. You are under arrest.
Resisting.
Do not resist.
Not resist.
I need to get,
Put down your
don't,
pen, please.
hand me my juice.
Drop your pen, please.
You haven't locked that, and you're doing damage right now? You are a brute. Hand me my,
Stop resisting.
hand me my, ouch! You are, oh, man. Oh, man, you asshole!
I feel like we might need to take a minute. Is it, well, how would you feel about taking just a quick break? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks, team. Let's take a quick break.